no, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will hit the road, which means I need to change this background. I forgot. We are starting a road trip, 7 games, beginning tonight in Milwaukee, a 3-game series against the Brewers. The Orioles are on a 6-game losing streak, and, rock bottom is a expression that seems to be getting used a lot. Hopefully we're there, but maybe we're not. I don't know. But we've lost twice as many games as we've won, 45 games into the season. There's still a lot of baseball left to play. It's not unprecedented for a team with our record to come back and make a playoff. But the team has to start turning things around quickly. And, it's going to be tough because we've had a couple of games under our new interim manager, and so far things haven't looked so good. So it could get worse before it gets better, but I'm not going anywhere, I can tell you that. By the way, folks, I'm the BirdWatcher. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. People call me BW for short. This channel is dedicated to covering Orioles baseball, play-by-play for every single game. I'm somewhere around 210 straight games, something like that. I started the channel at the start of last season, and even though I live on the other side of the planet, I love this team so much. I'm here to document the team. My wish, my hope, was to run this channel during a time where the team was going to maybe win a pennant, win the World Series. This may not be the year, but no matter how bad things get, I've made a commitment, and I'm not going anywhere. Okay? So if you're an Orioles fan and if you're willing to suffer through some of these tough times, I think we can still enjoy watching some baseball together. Think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And please hit the like button for folks that are here now if you haven't done so already. Thanks a lot, folks. We have a pitching switch, and I'm not sure if it's a full switch or if the Brewers are pulling one of those moves the Tigers did on us last year a couple of times, and the same move that I want us to use the next time we need to go to a 5th starter, which at this point I guess is Charlie Morton. I don't know. We don't have an announced starter for tomorrow's game. It is currently blank, although pitching on regular rest, both Tomoyuki Sagano and Cade Povich could be bumped up a day. We really don't necessarily need a 5th starter until Game 1 in Boston on Thursday. So we'll see how they play with that. Either we're going to get somebody called up to pitch tomorrow, or we're going to bump Sagano and Povich up a day each and put it off until Friday or Thursday, and then I guess there's always a chance it could happen in between. Maybe they bump Sagano up. Game 3 of this series, they go to somebody, and then Povich starts the first game in Boston. Whatever happens, let's try and win some games. Let's end this losing streak for one. It's just been a mess, folks. There's no need for me to summarize. Obviously, we've had a huge change in a high office, managerial change. There's probably going to be more changes to come, and when we get closer to the trade window, we might be seeing some significant moves there as well. But for now, this team just needs to find a way to enjoy playing baseball, because the body language, the spirit, the drive, the hunger, the desire, you don't see any of that. And it makes it tough to watch as a fan right now. But we're fans. We're here, thick and thin. Dean Kremer is going to be on the mound tonight. And we're going to hope for the best from him. He's got a record of 3-5, a 5.36 ERA. Now, for the Brewers, originally, as it says on my thumbnail for this particular game for the stream, I have to go back, I guess, and change it after the ball game for archiving purposes. But Quinn Priester, a right-hander, was originally scheduled to start this game for the Brewers. He is not. The starter tonight is a fellow by the name of Rob Zastryzny. Zastryzny. Sorry. Rob Zastryzny. I put a K in there for no reason. And folks, I don't know what to make of this other than the fact that perhaps the Brewers are going to pull one of those moves where they go to a relief pitcher first and then bring in the right-hander in order to, because this guy is a whatever. This guy they got on the mound starting is a left-hander, and he's made one appearance on the season, and he went 2 innings. That's it. 2 innings, gave up a couple of hits, faced 8 batters. That is the extent of his major league experience, at least in 2025. I don't know much about this guy beyond that. He is listed on the site as a relief pitcher, not a starter. So how long do they plan on going with this guy? 1 or 2 innings at the most, I would assume. Can we possibly win what the Brewers are presenting as what appears to be a bullpen game? I would hope so. But we'll see what the Brewers have in mind when they go to the pen after this guy. Zastryzny. I'll get it. That is a tongue twister. Let me get this game up on the TV here, and I'll go over the starting lineups in just a moment. Zastryzny has no record and no ERA, just 2 innings without giving up a run. Left-handed pitcher. And I'm telling you, folks, this is the move we got to use with Charlie Morton. I said either. Kyle Gibson's out of the equation. But with Charlie Morton, we've seen how he's been looking better out of the bullpen. We don't know if it's just like he's found it and now he's good to go and he can start games, or maybe it's something psychological and it would be better to just, on days where he's scheduled to pitch, start with a relief pitcher. Play matchups in the first inning. You know, if the opposing team is going to have a lefty-heavy lineup at the top of the order, start with a Keegan Aiken maybe. If it's a right-handed heavy lineup, maybe start with Dominguez or Baker or something. Get 1 inning out of the way. Bring Morton in as a relief pitcher, but let him go the 5 or 6 innings that you're planning to get from him as a starter, but just start it 1 inning later. Now, some of you might think, that's such a boneheaded idea. Why do that? Well, I don't know. The Tigers did it a lot last year. I don't know if you remember, but that's a team that was struggling and then turned it around and made a really ridiculous late season run to get into the playoffs, and now they're sitting in the American League with the best record in the league. So I'm willing to take a page out of their book. If it works for them, I say we give it a try, and maybe it'll help Charlie Morton out. I hope somebody with the Orioles organization is listening to me, because, my God, I've had a lot of good ideas, or have at least pointed out some of the issues that needed to be fixed a long time before they got addressed. But I see no reason not to try this experiment with Charlie Morton. We really don't have anybody else to go to. I just think psychologically for him, if he's knowing that I'm going to start the game, I'm going to start the game. And then it's a negative effect on his mentality. And he goes out there and starts, getting hit around. And then whatever we've built up, whatever trust we've built up, whatever confidence he's built up in these recent appearances could evaporate in an instant. This is not to say that if we try this and bring him out of the bullpen after one inning of a middle reliever starting the game, that it couldn't, go bad. He could still have a bad outing if we try it, but I just think we should try it. Folks, anybody with me? I hope so. So yeah, that's what's going on tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. If the scoreboard at the top of the screen gets a little wonky, I'll fix it once the game gets started. Seems to be a little bit weird right now, the scoreboard. Tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Orioles. Leading off and playing second base, Jackson Holliday. Ryan Mountcastle will bat second and be at first base. Gunnar Henderson will hit third and play shortstop. Ramon Laureano is back in the cleanup spot out in right field. Ryan O'Hearn will bat fifth and DH. Ramon Arias is at third base hitting sixth. Ced Mullins will bat seventh and play in center field. Dylan Carlson will hit eighth and play in left field. And Maverick Hanley will do the catching and bat ninth. So no Adley Rutschman in the lineup, not even as a DH. No Heston Kjerstad still, which I'm not sure if the Orioles submitted their lineup card or not before they announced the Brewers announced that this lefty reliever was going to start the ball game. But considering it is a lefty, the lineup is stacked pretty decently. It goes left, right, left, right, left, right, left switch, right. So not too shabby. For the home team Brewers, Bryce Terang leads off and plays second base. William Contreras is doing the catching. He's batting second. Jackson Churio is, they have him listed as, center field. He is hitting third. Christian Yelich, veteran, former MVP, perennial all-star. He is the DH and cleanup hitter in tonight's lineup. Rhys Hoskins, veteran first baseman, will bat fifth. Isaac Collins, not much I know about this guy. He's in left field batting sixth. Sal Frelick will bat seventh and play in right field. Andrew Monasterio is at shortstop hitting eighth. And finally, Caleb Durbin is at third base hitting ninth. Folks, one notable absentee from this Brewers lineup, and I feel like this is something. Look, folks, I know we can sit here and if we sit and we trade back and forth between bad trades or signings by Brandon Hyde versus good ones, that game is probably going to come out with bad winning the game over good. I think, this last offseason and last trade deadline really sealed the deal for Brandon Hyde because a lot of the moves are bad. But one that was good last July was getting Zach Eflin. But another one that I think people just dismiss or actually think was bad was the 1-year rental of Corbin Burns and what we gave up to get him, because we gave up D.L. Hall and Joey Ortiz and a draft pick. Now, Joey Ortiz started off pretty good once he joined the Brewers last season. but he is off to a terrible start this year, and he's no longer in the starting lineup. Joey Ortiz is batting currently 170, just 25 hits on the season, 1 home run, and 6 RBI. So that's why he's not in the lineup tonight and may not be in the lineup for more than maybe one game in this series. Meanwhile, DL Hall hasn't pitched a single inning or anything this season. He's been injured. And what DL Hall did last year, I don't think we really missed that either. We got a year out of Corbin Burns. He led the staff. We made the playoffs. He pitched a great game 1. It didn't work out otherwise, but I think that was a fine trade. We got what we paid for, and I don't really miss what we lost. And if we had the ability to make a trade like that again, I'd do it. If we have the depth in the organization, I don't mind that move, but you have to replace. That's the problem. We did that with Corbin Burns, and this season we didn't find any adequate replacement. And the problem is there really wasn't a whole lot to choose from. But the fact is, even if Max Fried was the only real, or Blake Snell, I'll put Blake Snell in there, but he signed with the Dodgers. Let's be honest, folks. If the Dodgers want you, you're going to the Dodgers. They're going to give you enough money to be happy. You're going to be living in L.A., playing on a team that everybody, thinks is the bee's knees. Let's get this game started, folks. Jackson Holliday, first pitch from God, how do I say his name again? Zastryzny is fouled away. I'm just going to call him Z, okay? Z, the left-handed pitcher, throws a fastball, and Holliday swings and misses. The count is 0-2. We're underway, folks. We're in Milwaukee at what I think was called Miller Park at one point. I don't know what it's called now. All these ballparks keep changing names. It'll always be Miller Park to me. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Holliday goes down on 3 pitches. Zastryzny. Well, there you go. 3 pitches in, and a guy that wasn't even starting and isn't a starter gets a 3-pitch strikeout from the leadoff man. Can you see why this might work, folks, as a strategy? Just saying. For Charlie Morton, this might make sense. Ryan Mountcastle's up, and he takes a cut and a miss.
Okay.
12-game hitting streak for Mountie.
Okay, mount up.
And this hits a hard one on third base. Caleb Durbin with the fielding, and he gets it across the diamond in time for the second out. Caleb Durbin with the fielding. Sorry, folks. Sometimes early on, I need my coffee before I can speak well. So, yeah, Joey Ortiz would normally be on this infield, but he's not. You got guys like Caleb Durbin out there. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He goes after the first pitch. No, he doesn't. I lied because I was clicking on something and I thought I heard contact with a bat. That must have been the mitt popping. It's 1-0. And there's the mitt pop again. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Gunnar. 2 down, nobody on. Just getting started here in the first game of 3 in Milwaukee. One pitch is fouled back. So, yeah, Joey Ortiz and DL Hall for 1 year Corbin Burns. I think we're okay. Let me get this scoreboard up and running for you. This 1-2 pitch is high. Count as 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Pitch. Fouled off. A pitch up in on the hands. Gunnar fights it off. Ben McDonald and Kevin Brown in the booth. Man, is there any better gig than being a Major League Baseball announcer? You get the best seat in the house every game. Gunnar fouls this pitch away. Still 2-2. This ballpark, this facility, I guess I should say, is ginormous. And everything's closed up, so you get that sort of indoor hum of the crowd. Oh, there might be some windows open in the back there, but the roof is closed. Swing and a miss. Gunnar strikes out. So Zastryzny, again, he's not a starter. He wasn't announced to pitch until not long before the game when they had submitted the lineups. They bring him in. What does he do? Faces 3 batters, strikeouts, strikes out the 2 lefties he sees for a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Brewers coming up. Charm City chat. How the hell are ya? Where are we at?
Oh boy, is this great!
I need just a good old hello.
This is great iced tea.
This is great iced tea. I came over to help you with your math homework. Let's see. Froggy, how you doing? Mazo, Birdland, Chilo, Timothy, Bill, Edward, Baxter, Muskie, Cantankerous, Dylan, Piercer, Janet. I get everybody. Matt, how you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Is Mr. Bean in the dugout? Well, he would be good at relaying signs, right? But I don't know if he's a vocal enough candidate for the managerial position. He definitely would be a charismatic manager. We would know exactly how he's feeling at all times. But I'm not too sure about his leadership skills. Here is Bryce Terang, bottom of the first. Dean Kremer. First pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 92 miles an hour. This is the 10th start of the season for Kremer. Record of 3-5. ERA is still pretty ugly at 5.36, but he's getting better. There's a called strike 2. The whip is down to 1.36, which is not good, but it's not terrible. You want to get it down to about $1.25. There's a swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout for Dino. And the strikeout pitch is hot tonight.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Both batters leading off the ball game for their respective teams strike out on 3 pitches. Here is who's up? Give me a name. All right, I'll go back and look. Here is William Contreras. He takes a first pitch strike. And the next one is hit hard, a base hit in the left field. Contreras, an all-star catcher. Some consider him the best catcher in baseball right now, between his offense and defense. That's why he's hitting second in the order. Here's a solid hit there for him. His average is at 244. He's not going crazy at the moment, but he's a solid hitting catcher. Here's Jackson Churio, young rising star player. It's swing and a miss on the first pitch. Kremer gets ahead of another batter. It's 0-1. Churio's average is at 242. Swing and a miss. Another cutter breaking outside. Brewers are up there hacking. Might be to Dean's advantage to stay a little bit out of the zone here and see if they'll chase. Swing and a miss. Another cutter on the outside edge. And folks, that was pinpoint on the black. Even if he took it, it's a strike.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Dino's got the cutter working. 2 down in the inning. Here's Christian Yelich. Always need to be careful with him, despite the fact he's average coming into today under 200. 199 to be exact. He takes a first pitch strike. Next offering is hit on the ground. Handled by Arias, and he's going to race to second to get the force play there. With the running Contreras beaten to that bag to end the inning. So Kremer gives up a hit to Contreras, but that's it. He looks pretty sharp. Otherwise, we go to the second inning, no score in Milwaukee. All right. Who's ready to end a 6-game losing streak? Show of hands. Anyone? Anyone? Who is willing to, say at this point, you know what, maybe this team isn't going to go places we were hoping this season. Maybe it's a lost season. We don't know. But what we do know is we love baseball, and we just want to see this team play better, have something to smile about. We want to see Jackson Holliday mature into an all-star. We want to see maybe later on this season a debut for a guy like a Samuel Basayo. We want to see a healthy return of pitchers like Kyle Bradish, and hopefully can stay healthy for us. Right now things are ugly. No doubt about it, but we're ready. We know that much. We're ready. If you're here, you're ready. Happy you're here. Cowser, who's ready for Cowser to come back? Hey, he's starting to work on it, folks. Cowser is doing some drills. Westberg, he had a setback, but hopefully both those guys are going to be available in the first half of June, I would guess. Maybe Westberg before Cowser. I don't know. It's hard to say. Cowser's the one that's picked up the activities first, but he's also been out longer, so it's going to take him more time to get back into shape. That could be virtually back at the same time. We'll see. Hey, there's a couple of Oriole fans in the Milwaukee ballpark. So that's the deal, folks. The Brewers did pull the move. Quinn Priester, the guy who was scheduled to start, is on for the second inning, and now he's effectively starting. They used the guy out of the pen. That guy got 3 outs on 3 batters, struck out the 2 lefties he faced. Will you guys please acknowledge now that that is the strategy we should try with Charlie Morton? Please? It's being done to us again. Ramon Laureano is at the plate. And that pitch is low and away. Laureano is hitting .250 right now. His average is on the up. And that ball's lifted up. Left field. That ball's high. That ball is off The top of the wall over the yellow line. It's a home run. Bye-bye birdie. All right, you want to do your little fancy bring in a reliever and then the starter? Well, congratulations. One batter. We're on the board, buddy. Suck on that. I guess we're sticking with that hat. Fine. If you want the hat, keep the hat. Just keep it going. Here's a ground ball foul by Ryan O'Hearn. It's 1-0 Baltimore. Quinn Priester. Priester? I hardly know her. 0-2 on O'Hearn. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Excuse me. Laureano, second on the team in home runs, only behind Mullins. Wow, Ryan O'Hearn just took a pitch right down Broadway with 2 strikes. Well, what happened there? It wasn't a breaking ball. There was very little movement, just a straight pitch. That's a pitch you hope to get. And he took it and strikes out. 1 away for Ramon Arias.
I have a brother.
He looks at a slider for a strike. Arias hitting .268. This pitch is high. 1-1 the count. Pitch is fouled away, a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Patrick, you got to at least start, you got to start your swing. When you got 2 strikes, you should always be like somewhere in here, even if it's a bad pitch. Here's a ground ball handled by the second baseman. He picks it and throws to first. Terang throws out Arias for the second out, 4-3. That would be Luis Arias. If he is, he's not in the lineup tonight. Not sure where Luis Arias is. He was with the Mariners. Mullins goes after the first pitch. Shallow left field. The shortstop going out. And Monasterio will make the catch to end the inning. But the Orioles get on the board first. Ramon Laureano got a pitch out over the plate and hit it just over the yellow line out in left field for a go-ahead home run. 1-0 Orioles as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Luis Arias, where are you at now, buddy? He's with the A's. Luis is currently with the No City A's. There you go. Last time he was in a ball game was May 19th, which was yesterday. No, that's today. All right. Today is the 19th. For you, it's the 20th for me. So tonight, he went 1 for 4, scored a run, struck out. He's hitting .273 on the A's. The A's, by the way, playing a lot better than us. I was close. I had the right division. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to work on Jeopardy there, Birdland. What is some team in the American League West? That's right. I'll take Brothers of Orioles players for 600, please.
Big buck. Stop it all.
Oh, no. He just got a whammy. Hey. Yeah, there he is in his Oakland uniform. Not Oakland. Sorry, not Oakland. By the way, happy birthday to Maryland Lottery contestant Beth McKenzie of Riverdale, Maryland. Way to go, Beth. Keep on playing the lottery. Here is Rhys Hoskins. He takes the first pitch strike. Kremer's throwing strikes. Let's go. Hoskins is hitting .288. That's a pretty lofty average for him. Career-wise, this guy's right around 245-ish, 250-ish, I would say. So he's off to a nice start. The 1-1 check swing on a cutter did not go, says the first base umpire. 2-1 on Hoskins. Kremer versus Kremer. Starring Dustin Hoffman and, who was that? Meryl Streep. 2-1 pitch is high. 3-1 to the leadoff man here in the second. Dangerous count to a power batter. And that ball is lifted foul. Hoskins got a sinker. Good spot in the zone to do something with it, but he can only foul it away. The count has gone full. Wow, I want a protective shin guard that has my autograph embroidered into it. That's pretty cool. Payoff pitch is off the plate. Hoskins didn't even start to swing. Not a good 3-2 pitch from Kremer. That's a leadoff walk. We don't like leadoff walks. There's Tony Mansolino, Orioles interim manager. Hey, if nothing else, I kind of prefer my managers to be in the regular uniform and not wearing a pullover every day. Here is Collins. What is it? What's your name, buddy? Collins is at the plate. The count is 1-0. I already forgot this dude's first name. This pitch is fouled back. The count is a ball and a strike, and now I can't help it. What's your first name, dude? Isaac Collins. This is a team that has an Isaac, a Sal, a Caleb, Christian Yelich. This is a very Yiddish team we got here. Mazel tov. I like it. 2-1 the count on Isaac Collins. That pitch is fouled away. Well, it could be in play. There's a look, but nobody's going to get there. The count is 2-2. Janet, you agree what about managers should be, wearing the uniform just like everybody else? You can't get away with wearing a comfy pullover with pockets. That's not fair. I'd be wearing that too if I could. 2-2 pitch. That ball's drilled in the right, a base hit. That fastball was right down the middle. Kremer can't keep throwing pitches in that part of the plate. That is middle. There is 2 men on base and nobody out. A sleeveless Belichick hoodie. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, yeah, we all know why Brandon Hyde did what he did. And look, I'm not trying to shame Brandon Hyde for having a gut. I've got a gut. But look, Tommy Lasorda had a gut. Does anybody think Tommy Lasorda looked like a hunk walking around out there in that Dodgers outfit with that gut of his? No. When he sat down, he looked like Jabba the Hutt. But you loved him for it anyway. And then he went on the slim fast. Next thing you know, he's looking great. Sal Frelick at the plate. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch is ball 1. Dean Kremer is entering a world of pain if he doesn't get it straight here quickly. That pitch is high. It's 2-0. I do not want to enter a world of pain. Two and 0 the count. There's a strike, 2-1. Now, I feel like there was a time in baseball where they wouldn't allow a manager to wear, I don't know when it began to be allowed, but obviously Brandon Hyde was around for it. Because growing up, I never saw a manager wearing anything, even a jacket. Maybe on a cold night, a jacket, like a team like satin jacket. Or, you know, like a zip-up thing or something. But, I mean, Brandon Hyde's out there wearing hoodies in the middle of August. This pitch is popped up. First base side, and it's going to just get out of play. It's a full count on Frelick. Kremer is laboring out here. A lot of pitches, and we still haven't gotten the first out of the inning. Payoff pitch. Popped up. All right, stay in play. Third base, Arias in foul ground. He's got it, 1 away. All right. 33% of the work is done. 66 to go. Andrew Monasterio is the next batter. Now, I have an original Monasterio hanging in my my guest room. I got it at a Sotheby's auction. It's very nice. Oil on canvas. It's cubism art. It's a Monasterio original. I don't know. He just sounds like an artist, doesn't he? A Monasterio. 0-1 on this guy. This pitch is off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hey there, Ronnie. Thanks for the like. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. 1-2 on Monasterio. I like a Dolby Monasterio with surround sound. This pitch is high. The count is 2-2. Question BW, because I can't see the game, has Adley changed his stance when catching? I don't know. He's not catching tonight. But I'll take a closer look when he probably catches tomorrow. This pitch is fouled at the plate, still 2-2. Oh, for the season? Just the way he crouches? I haven't noticed anything really. The one thing I've noticed is that he last year he was a little slow to pop up and throw. The pop time, they call it. Swing and a miss on a 2-2 pitch. And Monasterio, go listen to a concerto, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I got you, Janet. I mean, somebody else here might be able to answer that better than I can. I other than, like I said, he seems to be quicker back to like his 2023 version in terms of pop time. You know, like getting that pitch and popping up and throwing down. But as far as this is regular, I mean, I don't know how much he can alter. But, I mean, like Hanley here, he catches on one knee and sticks his other leg out. Adley doesn't do that. Here's Caleb Durbin. 2 down, runners at first and second. The first pitch is a strike. Next one's lined in the left field softly as well for a hit. So the runner is going to come around. Here's the throw, and it is not caught by Hanley. Kremer backing it up. It's a 2-out RBI single for the Brewers. Another number 9 hitter beating us. It is amazing how bad. That's the one stat I want to find out. What the opposing averages are for the number 9 hitters against us this season compared to everybody else. I'm telling you, it'd make your head spin. Back to the top of the order, second and third, 2 down for Bryce Terang. Got a curveball and drilled it in the right. That's probably going to score a couple. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw. It's cut off, and now they got Terang held up between first and second in a rundown. He's not an easy guy to get. He's a quick guy. We've already had about 5-6 relays, and there's the tag by Gunnar Henderson. But the damage is done. All with 2 out. All from the number 9 and 1 hitters. 3 runs against Dean Kremer in the second inning. We're behind again. On to the third. Brewers 3, Baltimore 1. Yeah, I don't know about that, Janet. I can't speak on it. I try to pay attention to details like that, but that's something I would only be guessing about. I don't know. I mean, let's just say I haven't noticed if there has been a significant change, and it really just feels like everybody's just looking for. It's like this with sports. It's like this with disasters. You know, people just have a tendency to want to point fingers, figure out who to blame, and all this. And then it starts getting into that, like, desperation conspiracy angle of now we're breaking down if a catcher's stance has given us the worst pitching ERA in baseball. Like, I don't know. That seems a little... He said that's why our pitchers are bad. I don't buy it. Yeah, it sounds like just another person on the internet that wants to come up with some, like, brilliant theory that nobody else has yet. But, you know. What am I going to tell anybody in this day and age? Believe what you want to believe. There's no stopping people from just believing whatever they want to believe. That's why I live out here. There's still... the majority of people around me here, we're all sharing the same reality. We're not a bunch of individuals walking around with our own individual reality. It's a shared reality. I like a shared reality. Makes things easier for me. Makes conversations more fun. I don't know. I digress. Here's Dylan Carlson leading off the top of the third. And he doesn't have a hit yet. Dylan Carlson doesn't have a hit on the season yet. Can we get a hit? No Zombieland, Sean Finns. You're here. The land of smiles, Mr. Hind. That is a nickname for this country. Yes. The land of smiles. 1-2 on Carlson. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. He did not go. The count is 2-2. Dylan. What's up, big cuz? 2-2 pitch. That's lifted in the air to left, straight away. And that'll be caught out there by Collins for the first out. I nicely and politely told him he was crazy and then shared your stream so he could... Oh, great, Janet. So you just set me up. You bring up this guy. You send him my link. You get me to basically say over the mic that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Here's a line drive by Hanley, caught on the backhand by Terang at second base. Probably the hardest hit ball Maverick Hanley has had since being called up, and it turns into an out. You can see Tony Mansolino with a little round of applause for Maverick for the good swing there. Just bad luck. 2 down for Holiday. He goes after the first pitch again and fouls it away. Land of white elephants. Yep. Look at me. You're listening to one. There's a line drive, base hit up the middle. A curve ball that hung there for Holiday. He waited back on it, took it right back up the middle. Great approach. Jackson Holiday is a major league hitter, folks. It's past official. Look at the torque on that swing, too. I mean, not to get the ladies in Charm City chat too excited, but if you look at Holiday's midsection on a swing like that, that is a beautiful sight to behold. That's a thing of beauty. Mountcastle goes the other way. It's pretty deep. It's in the corner. If it's fair, it's trouble. What is it? It's just foul. It is just foul. Oh, and 1 on Mountie.
Okay, mount up.
Kind of a weird corner in right field down here in this ballpark. There's a couple of windows leading to what? I don't know. I'd like to get an apartment there. Mountcastle steps back into the box. Priester is leaned in. He's waiting to get a sign. Still waiting. Now he's got it. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a rising cutter. And Mountie is behind 0-2. Holiday at second, 2 down. Sorry, Holiday at first, 2 down. Hey, let's get him to second. How about that? Steal a base, why don't you? Then again, Mountie's on a 12-game hit streak. Maybe you let him cook. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased one low and away. Mountie's Achilles heel again. A strikeout to end the inning. Base hit and a run left on. A runner left on, I guess I should say. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-1 Milwaukee. That is a fun fact. That's hilarious. Fun facts, folks. And we're not far from Ed Gein land either. If you got a fun Ed Gein fact, send it on in. All right, I'm working with a little bit of something here. That's all I got. Don't judge me. Great time to run out of fluid. Folks, Friday, May 30th, the Orioles and the White Sox in the battle of who's the worst in the American League. We'll be giving away a bowling shirt. I got to be honest, I want that shirt. I think it rocks. It's got that classic, like, 50s looking, 50s bowling alley look. Ced Mullins is rocking it in the promotion photo. Here's a couple of Oriole fans dressed conservatively. Here's a guy that looks like me if I had a son. Here is Contreras up for the second time. Hey, there's a Baltimore Hun checking out the game. Look at all that Oriole merch out there in Milwaukee. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. This ball's fouled back. 1-2 on Contreras. Hey, Brett. Thanks for tuning in. Well, look it. I think, Brett, I'm being honest here. I'm being absolutely honest. You have no reason to trust me because you're new. Maybe some other folks here in the Charm City chat can speak on my character, that I'm a genuine and honest guy. I think if you're an Orioles fan, with what's going on this season, the best way to follow the team from here on out is right here on my channel. Because we're gonna get through this together. We're not gonna give up on the team, even though our aspirations probably need to be put in check at this point. We're going to hang out and watch this team figure it out and get back to respectability. There's a ball crushed into the gap by Contreras. He is jogging to second base for a leadoff double. So stick around. That's my advice. And get to know the other nice people here in the Charm City chat. We got some really good folk here. Good folk. That's right, Brett. And since you're new and since I always like to talk about it whenever it comes up organically, back when I was 12 years old in the summer of 1988, well, I guess I was 11 going on 12. The 88 season, the 0-21 start, that's the year I fell in love with the team. Swing and a miss. It also happened to be the year my house got home team sports, and I was able to watch the team with some amount of regularity. But yeah, I was just, rooting for the underdog. They were the laughing stock of the league, but they were my team, and I said, damn it, I want to be here and watch this team turn it around. Because while everybody's laughing and pointing at this team, they're my team, I'm going to be by their side. And that's what I'm going to do here now during this stretch. Because we are getting laughed at and pointed at right now. Believe me, we are. 2-1 pitch, popped up shallow right, long run in, catch made by Laureano, quick throw back into the infield, but nothing going on there. Runner at second stays put, 1 out. Yeah, Jew Brownie, it does feel worse than the 0-21 start. I talked about this in the last game or two, and it's a very simple reason why it feels worse. The teams we've had in the past that have lost 100-plus games or started 0-21, none of those teams were expected to make noise. This team was and should be. So that's what makes this free fall feel worse than any of them. Because if we just fixed a couple of things, if we didn't rely on a Morton or a Gibson as a fifth starter right out of the gate, if we weren't trying to play Jorge Mateo in a platoon, if we just didn't do some things, it probably cost us a few wins there. The injuries obviously didn't help. And, of course, this team has shown in 2023 that it doesn't necessarily need an ace on the staff to lead us into the playoffs with a pretty damn good record. We've got the other pieces to get it done, but when you get to the playoffs, you want that ace, right? Christian Yelich, I'm sorry, folks. I'm falling behind on calling the game. There's one out and a runner at second. Yelich has a 1-2 count, and Kremer's about to throw his 50th pitch of the night. It's a breaking ball outside. It's 2-2. I wouldn't use the word love to describe my relationship with owners of any team of any sport that I follow. I've never loved an owner. Any owner. Full count on Christian Yelich. Respect is about as high as I go for owners. Love is not a word I would use to describe. Yelich hits one to left, long run, and Carlson leaps up against the railing of the stands and makes the catch. Dylan Carlson. Folks, there's no padding there. This man just crashed into metal to make a catch in foul ground. Dylan Carlson. Hells yeah. What a catch. Right into the metal railing. Are you kidding me? Shoulder went right into it.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
2 down, runner still at second base. Tip of the cap to Dylan Carlson. Holy cow, he doesn't have a hit yet, but man, oh man, that was something. Rhys Hoskins has a 1-0 count. That ball's hit in the air high and fairly deep to left center, but it's going to stay in the yard. Mullins makes the catch, and the inning is over. Carlson, get on back to the dugout, buddy. We got some high fives for you. What a catch. And that's what we're talking about, folks. We're losing again tonight already. We don't know where the hell we're going. We don't know how bad it's going to get before it gets better. But guess what, folks? Those who gave up on this team just missed an amazing catch. A catch that gets to be a memory for me until the day I die. For me. This coffee is getting cold quickly. Might be time for a regular Lucky. There's so much balance between nicotine and caffeine, chlorine. What's going on? Sorry. Carlson, mainly defense. I mean, when Carlson was a prospect coming up with the Cardinals, he had, he was looked at as a 5-tool type of guy, some pop, some speed, good arm, good glove. But it never really materialized for him in the bigs. That's how we sort of obtained him. He went to the Rays, I think, and then didn't really pan out there either. He was sort of just on the fringe. Orioles looked at him as an option for depth because, well, sorry for the redundancy, but he has options. He was a player with some major league experience, a little bit of pedigree, and a guy that you could sign and actually move up and down from AAA and use him on a need-to basis, which has come into play a couple of times already this season, needing to call a guy up for another guy. We've got Tyler O'Neill injured again right now. Kerstad was day-to-day a couple of days ago. Gunnar Henderson at the plate to begin the top of the fourth. Priester on the mound. First pitch is off the plate for ball one. Gunnar Henderson has scored 250 runs in his Orioles career. He's the fastest player to do it in the team's history since coming to Baltimore. Here's a ground ball up the middle, and what another fine defensive play here. The shortstop Monasterio stops it, spins, pops up, and throws out Henderson for the first out. Very fine play by Monasterio. Not as cool as the Carlson catch, but still pretty darn good. Here's Ramon Laureano. He's back up again. He's got the 1 run on a home run ball. 1-0 pitch is a strike. 1-1 the count.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Well, here's the deal, folks. If we're looking at, here's a ground ball, softly hit to third base. It's a swinging bunt, and there's no chance. Ramon Laureano, home run in the first at-bat, a swinging bunt for his second hit in the next at-bat. 1-out single for Ramon. He's 2 for 2, and that average continues to climb. Came in the night hitting 250. He's now up to 267. Ramon. Whoops, wrong button. Here's Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
We need a better at-bat than the first one he had tonight. He fouls the first pitch back on a cutter. Took a called strike 3 right down the gut his first time up. Runner at first, 1 out. 3-1 Brewers in the top of the fourth. This pitch is hit on the ground. Could be 2. They go to second for 1. Return throw is not in time. O'Hearn just beats out a would-be double play ball. It'll go down as a fielder's choice. Laureano wiped off the bases. O'Hearn takes a spot at first with 2 down. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Folks, if you are watching, glad to have you here. Settle in, get a snack, grab a drink. If you're an Orioles fan, I would suggest grabbing a stiff drink. But do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps. Ramon Arias with a high fly ball, center field, pretty deep, but it's too deep for him to get it out. It's caught out there on the track, straightaway center, about a 385-foot out by Arias to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Rod, that might be a little bit too much information. I'm not sure.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Bottom of the fourth, Brewers have the lead 3-1. And I'm going to return to you in just a moment. Why? Because I got to go see a man about a horse. All right? I'll be right back.
I apologize for Baltimore.
Vietnam.
We're on a mission from God.
Can we get a new mission?
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Welcome back. First pitch is high for ball one to Isaac Collins. Singled and scored in the second inning. Next pitch is lifted in the air to right. Down the line. Long run into the stands by a few rows for a foul ball. Who's ready for a trade to get Paul Skeens, folks? Who's ready? Hutchins, we're gonna work out a deal. We've seen the rumors. This pitch is fouled away by Collins, a ball and 2 strikes. Hutchins, we are willing to give up a lot to get your boy. All right? A lot. We're talking proven guys, team control. Well, Rod, you stay out of it, because Paul Skeens is a generational talent, and if he's got the right pieces around him. Look at what Tarek Skubal. You want to know why the Tigers are doing so well? They've got a lot of nice pieces, but it all comes down to having that ace. It all comes down to having that ace, and everything trickles down from there. I want the ace. Give me the ace. And then we'll build everything else up. Because if we give away a couple of big bats and a couple of prospects, we'll make it up. Give me the ace. Sal Frelick has a 1-1 count. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Pitch. A check swing foul. 1-2 on Frelick. Kremer's up to 61 pitches with 1 out in the fourth. Curveball is low, 2-2. Here comes Kremer's 2-2 pitch. Hanley setting up inside. And that pitch is inside. And Frelick turns on it, lines it into right field for a base hit. Kremer hit his spot right on the inside edge with a fastball. But Frelick was able to get the bat head around and turn on it. One out with a runner at first for Andrew Monasterio. Frelick is a threat to steal. This pitch is popped up. This is playable in foul ground. Mountcastle with the catch, first base side. 2 down. All right, now we got to get that pesky number 9 hitter again. Can we handle the number 9 guy? We'll find out here in a moment. Caleb Durbin. He had that big hit in that 3-run rally back in the second inning. And then he came around the score on the hit by Bryce Terang. So he has driven in a run and scored a run. takes outside. 1-0. Who's Miley Cyrus? 1-0 pitch. That one's drilled. Forget about it. Oh my God, it stayed in the yard. Holy cow. I'm so happy to be wrong. I thought that ball was gone. It did not even come close to leaving the yard. Carlson makes the catch and left right near the track. Sorry for the heart attack I might have induced. That is the final out of the inning. On to the 5th inning. It's 3-1 Milwaukee. I guess I just have a built-in panic attack when it comes to these number 9 hitters. I just think there's nothing that we can't potentially replace if we gave whatever it took to get Skeens. And the only combination of players I'm saying no way is some ridiculous Gunnar Henderson and Jackson Holiday. No, that's a big no. If you wanted one of those guys and then like a couple of low-level prospects, okay, go ahead. I'd even do that. We need the frontline starter more. If you were to trade away Holiday or Gunnar, you would actually open up a spot for Mayo. If Gunnar went, Holiday goes to short, Westberg goes to second, Mayo plays third. If Holiday went, Westberg goes to second, Mayo goes to third. And then we'd have the best young arm in baseball. I don't know. I'd do it. I know, George. I know. But I'd still do it. I would. I don't, I absolutely understand why you guys say no to Holiday. Said Mullins lays a bunt down and can't beat it out. He is retired on one pitch. Come on, offense. Not pieces, a piece. And what you would be getting back, Scott, is a franchise piece. Is anybody here not convinced that Paul Skeens isn't a bona fide ace who's got about, 5 years of team control? And if we did trade for him, we would lock him right up immediately to be our stud for the next decade. Yeah, I'd do it. I'm sorry. I'm holding firm, but I understand why other people disagree. That's fine. Dylan Carlson's got a 1-0 count. Pitch is off the plate, and the count is a ball 2-0. So Carlson still looking for his first hit. Yeah, I'm not excited about Mayo defensively at third. Okay. I'm just saying that's a way to get him a spot. This pitch is hit to right by Carlson onto the track. But that's it. 2 down in the 5th. The Orioles are not making enough noise against another mediocre pitcher. No offense to Quinn Priester. But other than that first batter he faced, we're not doing a whole lot here. Whoa, look out. Maverick Hanley with a pitch near the face. Just got out of the way. Pitch is fouled back by Hanley. The count even up at the ball and a strike. It is 3-1 Brewers. We are in the top of the fifth. The Orioles had a 1-0 lead. This pitch is hit on the ground by Hanley to second. Over to first by who's at second base? I forgot already. He's out. Thrown out by Bryce Terang. That inning is over way too fast. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Milwaukee 3, Baltimore 1. Now, see, if it's Gunnar, I'm not going to add a guy like Westberg. If I'm trading Gunnar Henderson for Paul Skeens, I'll give you like a, I don't know, a Dylan Beavers and like a draft pick. There you go. There's your prospect outfielder to go with your stud infielder, and there's a draft pick that you can try to do something with. That's all you get. Now, if it's something like a package, I would package a. I love Jordan Westberg. I would not want to see Jordan Westberg off this team. I love the dude, but if he can get me Paul Skeens. If a Westberg and like a Kerstad and like a Mayo all together, I would throw them in to get Skeens. I'd do it. Why are you talking about Skeens? Haha, come on, he's not going to be an Oriole. The same reason you speculate or rumor about anything, Alberto. It's a fact that Paul Skeens is rumored to be potentially available, and the Pirates are looking to rebuild by moving him. Come on, Alberto. What do you want me to tell you, buddy? All right, how about this? Give me a new topic, and I'll change the topic for you, okay? If it's beating you up that bad to hear about it, you change the subject. Folks, Alberto will be presenting a topic here momentarily. Please stand by. Still waiting. And the bottom of the fifth underway. First pitch to Bryce Terang is high for ball one. Wow. Gee, Alberto's showing his true colors. Wow. Look at how upset that got you, dude. Holy cow. Yeah, I think I kind of read where you were coming from, didn't I? What a reaction. I'm like, dude, you come up with a new topic. And the new topic is for me to go F myself. Here's a diving catch attempt by Mullins, but it gets away. Popped out of the edge of his glove. It's going to be a leadoff double for Bryce Terang. You know what's funny is if this team was doing good and we were competitive and we were in the thick of it, a comment like that might upset me, but the way things are going, like, I apologize, Alberto, if I'm not really put off by your comment, but thanks for tuning in. It was fun. And please avoid all of the YouTube content out there that's talking about Paul Skeens' trade possibilities, because apparently it's just funny talk. Here is William Contreras. He's 2 for 2 already. Takes a called strike on a cutter, knee-high on the outside corner. A single and a double for Contreras. He's got a runner at second base and nobody out. And that ball's crushed to right center. That ball's going to get down. Terang will score easily. It's another extra base hit for Contreras. He is 3 for 3 with a pair of doubles. And now he has an RBI as well. It is 4-1 Milwaukee. And Kremer is not having a very good night. So, folks, I figured we'd shift the conversation now. Let's talk about what it takes to trade for Shohei Ohtani. Jackson Churio takes ball one. This pitch is low and away. Count 2-0. Mateo for Ohtani, and LA picks up the salary. All right, but they got to take on Mateo. Yeah. That sounds good. Mateo for Ohtani. I love it. Alberto, what do you think? Mateo for Ohtani? Here's a tapper back toward the pitcher. Kremer picks it up, throws a first. That's an out. But Contreras gets to third base with only one away. Yeah, Mateo goes both ways. You know, talking about baseball, of course. Mr. Hyde's willing to give up Mateo, Morton, Gibson, and Sanchez. Well, unfortunately, Gibson's not for us to give up. Anybody can have him right now. Pitch in on the hands of Yelich. He fouls it back. Yelich is 0 for 2. Fouled out his last time up. We need something similar here with a runner at third base, 1 out. The Orioles down by 3. And I don't need to tell you, we can't afford to fall down any further than this. Fouled away, we got Yelich 0-2. Go F myself. God. Whew. Let me give you a little advice Rodney Dangerfield taught me a long time ago.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Swing and a miss. Dean Kremer does get the strikeout in the big spot.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That's the second out of the inning with that runner still at third base. Here is Rhys Hoskins. I don't know how that makes sense, Shiloh. I really don't. Because if you're a GM and you're tanking a team that was already considered to be competitive and a contender, all just to get a pick, the ownership is going to fire you in the offseason. That pick doesn't come into play until the following July. Elias will be gone. Yeah, you're going to tank the season to get a pick when by tanking the season you're going to lose your job and the pick doesn't even come to you until after you're gone? I don't get how that works. 2-0 pitch to Hoskins is fouled back. It's 2-1. Kremer is up to 80 pitches now. Runner at third. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Kremer's on 80 pitches. Here's number 81. Low and away. 3-1 on Hoskins. Isaac Collins is on deck. See if they give... Yep, that's ball 4. I had a feeling Kremer didn't want to give in to Hoskins on 3-1 with Collins on deck. Collins has a hit tonight already, but Rhys Hoskins a little bit more of a reputation as a slugger. Here comes Drew French out to talk to Kremer. I would assume the bullpen is going to start stirring. Kremer at 82 pitches. We're in the fifth. And he's already given up 4 runs. Entire infield in on this conversation.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
The Orioles have not lost 6 in a row since June of 2021. And we have already had a 5-game losing streak just a couple of weeks ago. All right, the meeting is over. Collins is at the plate. 2 down, runners at the corners. First pitch is called a strike on a backdoor cutter. Collins gives the ump a look, and I don't blame him. That pitch looked about an inch outside. The 0-1 curveball. Oh, make that a split finger. A splitter left outside. The count is 1-1. Gotta get this guy out. Pitch. He shows bunt. He lays it down, and Hanley picks it up, crashes into the runner. They get the out at first. The runner that ran into him, I mean, isn't he out? And Contreras coming down the third base line. By the way, that ball was picked up in foul ground. That's a foul ball. There's all kinds of craziness here. And I'm not even sure if that runner was out at first. There's a lot to dissect after this play. But apparently it's just going to stand. So it's first and third. Oh, it is a foul ball. Okay, never mind. We got a foul ball. It is a foul ball. So this at-bat continues. I apologize. Check swing by Collins on the next pitch, and he fouls that away. It's a ball and 2 strikes still on Collins. I did not see the umpire's signal foul ball when Hanley picked up and threw to first, but I did see the first base umpire call an out on the throw there. So that's why I thought that play was called that way. This pitch is high. It's 2-2. 2-2 the count. We do have activity in the pen. It's Sir Anthony Dominguez. Hit on the ground, the shortstop. Henderson throws off balance in time to end the inning, and Kremer gets out of it. He did give up a run in the inning, but it could have been worse. 5 innings in the books. The Brewers are ahead 4-1. Read a report which said Kyle Gibson plans to sue the Orioles because his contract had a stipulation which guaranteed a minimum of 7 starts. Who knows if that's real, but it's sad. I can't imagine that there would be a contract like that because it took injuries for Gibson to even get a spot cleared to pitch. I mean, if the Orioles had stayed healthy, I mean, we signed him as depth, right? But at the time, we had a 5-man rotation that didn't feature him, right? And if everybody were to have stayed healthy or be effective, then there's all the chance in the world that he never sees one start. But what I don't understand is if we cut him, we still eat his contract, right? He still gets paid. Doesn't he get paid anyway? I don't understand this report. The only way we don't pay him is if somebody else picks him up off waivers and then they pick up the contract. I don't think rehab. I mean, you're asking if rehab starts count, but I don't even know if this Slater. You got like a where are you getting this info from, man? I love how the stoner is the guy that has to try and, sift through all this reporting out there. Oh, well. Hey, it's Jackson Holiday. Leading off the top of the sixth, we need a rally. Goes after the first pitch again. He's gone after the first pitch, I think, every time up tonight. He flies out to left, one away. Come on, dude. If you want to be the leadoff man, you got to work some counts, dude. He's made solid contact all three times. Don't get me wrong. Both outs he's made on the first pitch were hit right at somebody. But we're trying to build a rally here, Jackson. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. He takes inside for ball one. Take another pitch. Can we make this guy work? I mean, he's on 41 pitches. I know he didn't start the game, but that's 41 pitches through 4 1/3 innings. That's just 10 pitches an inning. It's simply not good enough. We got to make this guy work. 1-1 the count now on Mountcastle.
Okay, mount up.
Taken low and away, 2-1. Work the count. BW is getting dangerously close to a third-degree burn on his lips. This pitch is low. Look at that. It's 3-1. Keep working that count. Listen to the stoner. This ball's hit on the ground, third base. Collins across in time for out number 2. Well, we got it to a 3-1 count. Hitters count. I like that better than going after the first pitch. 2 down for Gunner.
His name's Gunner and he's dating my mom.
He's 0 for 2. Excuse me. Takes outside for ball 1. All right, one more hit off this thing. I need these lips. That pitch is inside. It's 2-0. 2-0 on Gunner.
His name's Gunner and he's dating my mom.
4-1 Brewers. Top of the 6th. That pitch is on the outside edge. 2-1 the count. All right, BW's all better now. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. A right-hander by the name of Mears is up for the Brewers in their bullpen. Pitch. Hit on the ground. Foul. Still 2-2 on Gunner. BW is in his happy place. I'm living that, what do you call it? There's a curveball off the plate. That White Lotus life. Kill me. I'm like Walton Goggins with a gland problem. Here's a ground ball, first base. Hoskins throws to the pitcher covering. Gunner's not even trying to run down the line. That was pretty pathetic. Gunnar stopped running down the first baseline. Yeah, it was a routine play. Pitcher got to the bag. But hey, maybe he trips, maybe an errant throw, whatever, you run. Gunnar. That's something I don't tolerate. I don't tolerate that. I don't care how big of a dude you are on the team. You run out the ball. You run it out. I mean, what do you think that kind of body language and lack of effort is going to do to help the team with where they are right now? It's certainly not going to help them come back and win this ball game. It's not going to make the mood better for a new day tomorrow if we don't win. And you're supposed to be a leader on this team, dude. Rutschman's not even in the lineup tonight. You're the guy. You're the leader. You got to run those balls out, man. Ugh, that gets under my skin. Anybody else got another topic? Because right now I'm angry at Gunnar Henderson, which, am I allowed to be as an Oriole fan? I guess I'm not. But that was, we're only trailing. Well, that's exactly why I want to see Gunnar, not, just give up like he just did, running down the first baseline. It's not out of reach. I've got MLB The Show 24, and I'm probably going to have that game for about 3 seasons because I can't afford a PS5, and they stopped making the show for PS4 this year. So I'll just continue to upload custom rosters that match whatever the actual rosters are in the league and continue to play the 24 version. They don't really make a whole lot of upgrades anyway. Obviously, if I upgraded to the PS5, that's an upgrade, but that's not in the budget. Here's a swing and a miss by Sal Frelick. He's leading off the bottom of the 6th. He's 1 for 2 with a single. He's got an 0-2 count. Dean Kremer still out there on the mound. Not sure if this is the best idea, but we're going with it. Pitch low, a ball and 2 strikes. Kramer's already over 90 pitches. He's given up 4 runs through 5 innings. We had Dominguez getting up and loose. So we're going to ask Dino to get some more outs. And that ball's crushed. Stay foul. It's a fair ball. Into the corner. And after breaking late out of the box, it's going to be a leadoff triple. Is this where we do the Brandon Hyde thing and now make the move for the guy that we should have just started the inning with? I got a feeling it will be. A crazy swing by Sal Frelick. He just sort of, I don't know how you'd call it, but he jerked the bat. Kramer's still out there. Okay. We'll just keep going with Kremer. 93 pitches, 4 runs already. Another one at third base and nobody out in the 6th inning. Pitch is popped up. Okay, this gets out of play. I was hoping for a foul pop-up, but it's out of play. It's 0-2 on Monasterio. By the way, Laureano with a hell of a throw out of the corner toward third base. It got there on one bounce. He's got a really strong arm. Oh and 2 on Monasterio. Pitch low and away. Ball 1. Well, if you're asking again, Scott, what was my answer the 1st time? Because I'll probably just repeat it. So I'd hate to answer again, as much as you'd hate to ask again. Boy. 1-2 the count. Hit on the ground, foul. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Been a poor year for the GM. It's been a bad year for the manager. It's been a suspect first year of ownership. And a lot of players are underperforming. Add all that up, and you've got yourself a team that's lost twice as many games as they've won. 1-2 pitch. That is a strike 3 on Monasterio. I can't quite tell if they're calling that a straight strike or if the umpire is saying Monasterio was swinging. He was in a swing mode, but I think he's calling that a strike. It did just clip the bottom of the zone. Good location there by Kremer, and that's going to be the final pitch of the day for him.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, with 1 out and a runner at third base, the Orioles are going to go to the pen. I would imagine if they wanted to bring Kremer out, they wanted to wait till a part of the order where it made sense to switch it up with a lefty. I'm not sure what lefty might have been getting loose. The only guy they showed getting loose was Sir Anthony Dominguez, but if I had to guess, it's going to be a lefty. They bring in Dominguez here. I can't quite understand the move, but we'll see. Hey, folks, Orioles baseball, the BirdWatcher Channel. We're here. We're about to hit 2,700 subscribers. Hopefully here in the coming days, maybe by the end of the weekend, I would hope. That would be great. In fact, there's a special occasion going on tomorrow. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but if there's one thing I'll use it for to help, the channel out, then I will. Get these subscribers up, 2,700. We are not going to meet the goals that I thought were pretty obtainable and not too far-fetched, which was basically taking the first-year number of subscribers and doubling it. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get to 5,000, as you can tell. We're more than a quarter of the way into the season, and we've only gathered a few hundred. We're on a pace last year where we would have probably had about 800 to 900, I would say, subscribers at this stage. It's that kind of a season, folks. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on the pitch. Okay. I don't know. I guess there's a reason. 17th appearance, ERA of 5.02. Runner at third, 1 out. Durbin at the plate, and he takes low. The count is 2-0. Maybe Mansolino just had Kremer on an exact pitch count and just was like, you get to this pitch count, and then I take you out. I don't really care about the situation. Pitch inside nearly hits Durbin, and Dominguez has come out wild, 3-0 on the batter. Oh, boy. Just catches the inside corner on the black for strike 1. Three 1 pitch. Low for ball 4. What are we doing? Wow. I mean, this team is like, it's, if you were in a coma, okay, and there's probably at least one case of a person out there who is, if they're not a Oriole fan, they at least kind of know about, I don't know, whatever. There's somebody who went into a coma. They're waking up today. They went into a coma this time last year. They're waking up today. They're looking at the Orioles, and they're like, what is this? What am I looking at here? Second and third, one out after a double. What was that? That was a steal. What happened? I can't even keep up anymore. This is so hard to watch. 0-1 pitch is fouled back by Bryce Terang. It's 0-2. I'm sorry, folks. I absolutely just tuned out there for a sec. Caleb Durbin stole second base. So it's second and third, one out. An 0-2 pitch to Terang. Wow, he chased a high fastball, neck high, and strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I don't know how you don't check a swing on a pitch that high. Here's Contreras, 3 for 3 today, and first pitch has bounced in there. Nice play by Hanley to keep that ball from getting away. Boy, he snow-coned it too. That was nearly a wild pitch and another run in. I would pitch around Contreras. I would not give him anything to hit. I know it's the number 3 hitter on deck, but this dude's 3 for 3 already tonight, and he has squared up every time. Second and third, he got first base open. It set up a force play at any base. 3-0 on Contreras. So Dominguez has an excuse to be lacking command in this particular matchup. I would just put him on. Take my chances. Take my chances. That's ball 4 up and in. So it's going to be Jackson Chourio with 2 out and the bases loaded. And this is not to say the Orioles are guaranteed to score 4 runs and get back into this. But if they do have a chance to get back into it, they have to obviously get Chourio out here. So game on the line effectively. That ball's chopped softly, and the third baseman, Urias, cuts off Gunnar and makes the play. Look at Ramon. Hey, you know what? I think the symbolism behind this play by Urias is saying a lot right now. Gunnar Henderson, just minutes ago, giving no effort on a ground ball. Gets a ball hit his way here. And Ramon Urias cuts him off. Says, give me that. I'll make the play. Inning is over. Urias just one step quicker. Says, I want that ball a little bit more than you do, Gunnar. I'll make the play. And he was the right man for the play. He's got the right angle to throw from. But you could tell Gunnar wanted that ball, but he didn't get it. Urias got it. Interesting moment for the team right there, I would say. Read into it what you will. I don't know. Read nothing into it, I guess. Oh, boy. BW is starting to get hungry. We are entering the 7th inning. Yeah, I get that, Axe. But I'll put it to you this way. I've seen a ball like that where Gunnar gets that ball. That's all I can say. I've seen a ball hit with that amount of pace on it and that particular, like, middle left side of the infield, and Gunnar gets to that ball. He didn't get to that ball. That's all I'm saying. Gunnar likes to get to that ball and make that play if he can get to that ball, but he didn't get to that ball. And George is saying kind of what I'm talking about. Like, look, maybe I'm just trying to write a fairy tale script here, but I feel like Ramon kind of said, look, this is what we need right now, which is 100%. I don't know. Maybe I'm on the goofballs. Ramon Laureano's at the plate. A swing and a miss on a 1-1 pitch. It's 1-2. He is 2 for 2 today with a home run. A solo shot, the only run the Orioles have put up so far tonight. This pitch is taken off the plate, and the count is 2-2. Pop foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. I think part of what we have to do in order for this team to get back into a contending position is there's a line drive off the glove of the pitcher. He picks it up in time and throws out Laureano. Laureano hit it hard, but Priester, kind of lucky there, just stuck his glove out, got a piece of it, and knocked it down and kept it within reach on the first base side of the mound to make it even easier. So that is the first out. On this date in 94, Ben McDonald did something. It is amazing. Priester's on 58 pitches, 1 out in the 7th. Again, he didn't pitch the first, so let's just pretend it's 1 out in the 6th. 1 out in the 6th on just 58 pitches. I mean, you have to blame the lineup up and down for just not working the count a little deeper. First pitch, O'Hearn goes after it, and that ball is foul. We just keep going after the first. It's like we want to just hurry up and make games end. That's what these hitters look like they're doing. Let me just hurry up and try to put it in play. If it's a hit, great. If not, whatevs. It is not. Yeah, there's a pitch taken inside. Okay, 1-1 the count. Come on. I need life, folks.
Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
Check swing on a breaking ball. It is no swing. The count is 2-2 on O'Hearn. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 7th. He lays off a slider up. Full count. Okay, here we go. Come on! Let's go! I'm allowed to get loud and angry once per game. Now's the time. Let's go. Payoff pitch. Take it inside ball 4. Let's go. Come on. Now's the frickin' time.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
The rally starts now. sick of this. Here's Ramon Arias.
I have a brother.
0 for 2. Lock in, Ramon. Check swing foul. 0 and 1. Come on. 6-game losing streak. Enough of this. Oh, 1 pitch. Line drive. Base hit right center field. That one's going to roll. Let's see how far O'Hearn gets to third. Ramon is into second. Second and third. 1 out. Folks, we've got a rally cooking. Splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
What did BW say? What did BW say? Now is the time. What did I say? When did I get loud? When did I time getting loud? Come on, Charm City chat. Get loud with me. Let's go. Priester's out of the ball game. Get the hell out of here.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get nothing.
Get out of here.
Good day, sir.
Well, I say when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Hey, Priester. Sorry I didn't show up for my confession. Go suck an egg. Let's go. You think BW is going to tolerate a 6-game losing streak quietly? Hells no. Who's due up? Hit that like button whether you like it or not. Was there a raid? Hello, Fitzy. And all of Fitzy's friends. Welcome into the ball game. The Orioles are down 3. 6-game losing streak. 15-30 record. Fired manager. Rabid fan base. Injuries out the yin-yang. Everything stinks. But we got the tying run coming up right now. And we want to win. Welcome. It's Ced Mullins. He takes a called strike from Mears, a right-hander, Nick Mears, making his 20th appearance. This guy's ERA is 0.51. Opponents are hitting 107. Mullins drives one to right. Stay up. Get out. That ball is gone. Bye, bye, birdie. Mullins ties it up with an Earl Weaver special. His 10th of the season. BW calls his shot. We're tied at 4. We're not done yet. Let's go. Dylan Carlson looking for his first hit of the season. Takes low. It's 2-0. We faced a reliever with an ERA of .51. And Mullins took him deep for a game-tying 3-run bomb. There's your moment of the season. 2-0 to Carlson. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Heart rate beginning to normalize. That's low and in. 3-1 on Carlson. Bugle anybody? A foul at the plate and might have got a piece of the ump. Full count on Carlson. Grrr! Contreras has got an equipment issue. The trainer's doing something. I don't know. We got a bit of a break. Ced's got a big grin on his face. As well he should. Come on, boys. Smile. Who's this dude blocking Ced?
Let's put a smile on that face.
Carlson hits one off to the left. It's fouled away. Still a full count. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball. Fouled again. Carlson hanging in there. Yo, whoever's standing next to Ced, give that guy a Red Bull or something. This one's foul back, still 3-2. Why can't I recognize who that is? It's one of our players, and I can't tell who it is. That ball's foul back. Carlson is playing with Mears. It's still 3-2. Pitch. Foul back again. A slider right down the middle. Dylan, you're so close. Oh, no, not the 2-hour mark. No, not now. No, the timing is so rotten. No. No. Come on, I'm watching a 11-pitch Dylan Carlson at bat here. Shoot. Getting the game back up. Hold on. Hold the phone. He's still at the plate. 12th pitch of the at-bat is outside, ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
What an at-bat from Carlson. He's still looking for his first hit of the season, but what an at-bat. He's on with 1 out as the go-ahead run. Here is Maverick Hanley. He lined out his last time up. Or excuse me, that was the first time up. He hit a ground ball 4-3 last time up. He's 0 for 2, and he fouls the first pitch back. 4-4 ball game. Ced Mullins with the 3-run jack to tie it up. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, I just felt it in my bones. I was just so sick and tired of watching this anemic offense. I'm like, do something. And they did. check swing. Hanley went around, and that's the second out. We need a catcher that can hit. Oh, boy. Jackson Holiday, folks. Okay, this is what I want. Brewers are going to bring in a southpaw. It's pretty clear. Mears is coming out of the game. Jared Koenig, Koenig, is going to come on in, a lefty, to face Holiday. Call the bullpen. 4-4 ball game. Folks, I got to go back. Can I go back? Can I listen in on the moment? I got to listen in on the moment. By the way, hit that like button, people. Come on, get it up to 100 likes. There's over 100 people here. We got ourselves a hell of a ball game right now. And let's do our share. Hit that thumbs up. Let's go. Much appreciated. All right. Where's the moment? It was like right after I put on the hat, right? It was like right after I put on the hat.
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
You get
Not this. Peace, love, dope.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Here it is. All right, let's see how this goes.
You think BW is going to tolerate a 6-game losing streak quietly? Hells no. Who's due up? Hit that like button, whether you like it or not.
What a great way to sell the channel.
Was there a raid? Hello, Fitzy. And all of Fitzy's friends. Welcome into the ball game. The Orioles are down 3. 6-game losing streak. 15-30 record. Fired manager. Rabid fan base.
Oh, they just picked off the runner,
Injuries
Carlson,
out
but they
the
throw
yin-yang.
the ball away. We'll have to go back for the rest of that replay. We're back live, folks. And a pickoff attempt goes awry. And we've got the go-ahead run now at third base after an errant throw from Koenig. Carlson at third base. Jackson now just needs to get a hit. Any kind of hit. He takes a called strike. It's 0-1 on Holiday. Come on, folks. The 0-1. And that is right in there. Holiday took it. You could see him rolling his eyes, saying that was a pitch I could do something with, but I didn't. It is 0-2 with 2 outs and the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Holiday strikes out to end the inning on a 98-mile-an-hour sinker from Koenig, but the Orioles get the big hit they've needed to get back into this ball game. It's a game-tying 3-run homer by Ced Mullins, and for him, that is number wait for it, number 10. Double-digit homers now for Mullins on the season. And I think he's up to about 30 RBI now as well. Here's a replay of that moment, folks, if you missed it. It's also 7th inning stretch time. Okay, let's get that out of the way, folks. It's time to throw some cakes on Get them cakes up in the chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Folks, there's 125 of you watching right now. We got a hell of a ball game. I'd love to call the rest for you. Settle in, grab a snack, get a drink. All I ask in return is that you hit that little thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. It only takes a second. We've got the people here to get the likes up to 100. Please, pitch in. I promise you, there will be no commitment or obligation, or no salesman will visit your home. You're just simply tapping a button and helping the channel. Thank you. Here's a replay of the best moment of the season so far.
Everything stinks. But we got the tying run coming up right now. And we want to win. Welcome. It's Ced Mullins. He takes a called strike from Mears, a right-hander, Nick Mears, making his 20th appearance. This guy's ERA is 0.51. Opponents are hitting 107. Mullins drives one to right. Stay up. Get out. That ball is gone. Bye, birdie.
All right, we're back underway. Gregory Soto is facing Christian Yelich. First pitch is ball one. Swing and a miss on the next pitch. Soto is on. In the bottom of the seventh, Yelich is 0 for 3. A little bouncer in front of Soto. He underhand flips it. It works. But the last time I watched Soto try to throw a guy out at a base, it was a disaster. It's the first out of the seventh. A little bit unconventional. But we'll take it. One away. Rhys Hoskins. This isn't the best matchup. Righty on lefty for Hoskins. He does crush lefties typically compared to righties in his career, if memory serves. 1-0 the count on him. That pitch is in a nice spot. 97 on the inside edge. Count even up at 1-1 on Rhys Hoskins. We are tied up at 4 in the bottom of the seventh. Game 1 of 3 here in Milwaukee. First game of 7 on this road trip. Check swing, no swing. 2-1 the count. Here is a pitch a little bit outside, and now it's 3-1 on Hoskins. Hey, right now you're looking at me there, Birdland. I'm calling the game, ain't I? I'm telling you everything that's happening. Base is empty, 1 out. Bottom of the seventh, 3-1 pitch. That ball's lifted deep to left into the corner. Stay in the yard. It's a fair ball. It stays in the yard, thankfully. It's a 1-out double. Oh, boy. All right. You want to look at it? Look at it! The Brewers have the would-be go-ahead run at second base with 1 out. And, yeah, that wasn't a good matchup with Rhys Hoskins. You get an extra base hit. Here is Isaac Collins. Joey Ortiz, former Oriole, is pinch running for Hoskins now at second base. This ball's hit into center field. Mullins is on it. He is getting ready to throw it to third. Ortiz does not try to throw, or Ortiz does not try to run on Mullins' throw. There's 2 down with that runner still at second base. And there's Ortiz chatting it up with Jackson Holiday out there. I'm sure he's got some ex-teammate and current friends of his all around him out there at second base. But right now we got to worry about getting this final out here in the 7th. Sal Frelick, lefty on lefty matchup. 99 from Soto on that first pitch for strike 1. Probably Norby, because Norby can play like corner outfield too, right? I want that flexibility. I think it'd help the team a little bit more. 1-1 the count on Frelick. Pitch. Low. 2-1. Four ball game, folks. Your boy BW had a moment. That's all I want, is the thrill of a big hit. It gives me life. This pitch is fouled at the plate. It's 2-2. One more strike to keep this game tied going into the 8th. No more special lucky left. I got time for one more regular one, I think. 2-2 pitch. Let's get him here. Come on. Soto from the belt. The pitch. Popped up. Shallow left center. Gunner. Mullins is calling him off. I love it. I'm seeing something, folks. I'm seeing something in this team. I think this team is trying to find its identity and trying to figure out who the leaders really are. I said it once, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody, and you know who I'm talking about. But look, all I'm going to say is that some players who are your best players, you know, whether at the plate or on the mound, aren't necessarily also your team leader, okay? Sometimes teams will fall into a trap of saying, well, you put up the best numbers, therefore we are anointing you as the leader, when taking on that role may not be a characteristic that is suitable for them. That's nothing to take away from any player that is not a natural leader. If you're just a contributor and you put up great numbers and you help out the team, that's fine. But if there's one thing I think we can all agree on in the past year is that there's just been this lack of leadership. And, you know, we had veterans. I mean, obviously we lost Santander. He had leadership. Back when we ran in 2023, we picked up a guy like an Aaron Hicks that gave a little bit of that, you know. James McCann was a leadership guy. I felt like that's kind of what's lacking here right now is like, who's the leader? Who's going to talk up the rest of the boys and get them motivated? I feel like maybe Gunner was sort of just put into that position without his desire to be that guy. I don't know. If everyone thinks I'm talking out of me arsehole right now, that's fine. I just want the team to figure it out. And I'm okay if Gunnar Henderson isn't a quote-unquote leader. If he's a, you know, a guy that is just a valuable player in terms of production, that's okay. But we do need a leader. Somebody's got to be the guy. I guess we're trying to figure out who that is right now. That's my take anyway. Here we go. We're going into the 8th inning. And Adley's in the same situation, in my humble view. Adley, I feel, is in the exact same situation. Mountcastle's got a 1-0 count. Let's go.
Okay, mount up.
Abner Uribe is the new pitcher, and look at this slider. That is filthy. A front door slider to get the count even up at a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on a slider. Uribe has got a pretty nasty looking slider, folks. NGL, not gonna lie. There's another one, and Mountcastle swings and misses. That pitch right on the outside black. Even if Mountcastle says, I can't hit this, it's still a strike. Just a perfect pitch. One out. We got to hope this guy just makes one mistake and we jump on it. Gunnar Henderson's at the plate.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
And he takes a 100-mile-an-hour sinker low for ball one. So this guy hits triple digits. He's got a slider that moves like crazy. This guy's got closer stuff. You can see it. 99, that one's low. It's 2-0. Gunnar with a good eye, good patience so far. Gunnar is due. He's 0 for 3. We need his bat. Come on, buddy. Takes low, ball 3. Okay. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this guy's got such filthy stuff. The velocity is up there too. Why isn't this guy a household name? It's got to be the command, right? He's got a 3-0 count and make it ball 4. There you go.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Gunnar Henderson takes 4 pitches off the plate. He is a base-stealing threat. You got Ramon Laureano coming up. He's got a home run already tonight. Folks, come on. First pitch. Taken a little bit low. That could have been a strike. We get the call. That could be huge, folks. We get the benefit of that first pitch at 100 miles an hour at the bottom of the zone, ball 1. By the way, this dude throws too hard for Gunnar to be running. That's a called strike. 1-1 on the inside edge. So, yeah, I don't want Gunnar to try to run. This guy throws way too hard. One and one, the pitch. That's low, 2-1. Keep taking some pitches. This guy has got a weakness. It's the command. Come on, Charm City chat. Pitch. That slider breaks over the plate for a called strike. It's 2-2. Runner at first, 1 out. Laureano. A check on Gunnar first. Not a very good check. It was a weak toss and nearly thrown away. Gunnar takes a slightly bigger lead here. He stays put. The pitch. The line drive, base hit into left field. Laureano got a triple-digit pitch. And he turned on it. A laser into left field. First and second, 1 out, folks. Laureano has got a swing working right now. That average continues to climb. His third hit of the night. He is now hitting .272. And here's the Brewer pitching coach out to talk to Uribe. Ryan O'Hearn is due up next. We need a big AB from him. Folks, come on. Let's get ready now. I want to win. More than any Milwaukee Brewer player or fan, I want to win more. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That slider. It would have been a strike. O'Hearn couldn't touch it anyway. It's 0-1. Lock in, Ryan. Come on, buddy. Don't get overwhelmed. 0-1 pitch. Takes it inside. 1-1. Folks. Pitch. Swing. Foul. Late on a sinker. The pitch was below the zone, but he made good contact just late. And it's 2 strikes on O'Hearn. And it's always tough, 2 strikes with a guy that throws this hard. You're trying to be in protect mode, but still get off a level swing on a fast pitch. There's that slider, and they ring him up. It was right over the middle of the plate. The only question was whether or not it was low. And it might have dipped just a hair low at the last moment, but it is right at the bottom of the zone. I can't blame the ump for ringing him up there. It's 2 down in the inning. O'Hearn down on strikes. It's up to Ramon Urias.
I have a brother.
There's that slider, and look at how nasty that is, man. When Uribe can locate, it is impossible. That front door slider for strike 1. First and second for the Orioles in a tie ball game, 2 down. Pitch. Another slider, this time right on the outside black. Swung on and missed. It's 2 strikes. Oh. So close and yet so far. Come on. One more chance. 0-2. Slider. Urias is able to foul it off. I'll take a broken bat doink somewhere. That'll be just fine with me. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Triple digits. Urias strikes out, and Uribe gets through the inning. The Orioles threaten, but they cannot score. They leave 2 men out there. We now go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 4. The Orioles have only left 5 men on base tonight. Those 2 hurt, but the Brewers have left 9 men on base. So, as bad as leaving men on base has been for us lately, that's not been really the problem tonight, at least compared to our opponent. They've got 10 hits to our 6. They would tell you they should be winning this game right now. But it's tied. We got to hold the line here in the bottom of the 8th. We'll see who we go to on the mound. It looks like a couple of righties and a lefty due up. But it's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Who does BW go to here? Probably Brian Baker. Probably. If it's a lefty, then I'm going with Aiken. Because there ain't no faking and there ain't no mistaken. When they go with Keegan Aiken, you bring home the bacon. You heard?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, nom, 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 nom. It's bacon!
Yeah. What about that game that is like historically like one of the most craziest stat line games of all time? Yeah, we're all very familiar, Dingleberry. That's the game that got Brandon Hyde fired. And this is the book that got Bubba cooked. Because it's a Bell Atlantic call to the bullpen. It's going to be Yenier Cano, folks. Not Baker, but Cano in a tie ball game late. Ah, boy. We're going with Cano in a tie ball game over Baker. Baker has been lights out. Cano has been hit pretty hard for about 3 or 4 straight appearances. First pitch is off the plate by a foot from Cano for ball 1. Please don't make this game come down to picking the wrong guy out of the pen. That pitch is a foot outside. 2-0. There's an Oriole fan having a conniption fit in the stands right now. Ball hit in the air to center, shallow. Gunnar is waving off Mullins, and then Mullins says, "Get out of my way, Gunnar." It happened again. Folks, a statement has been made. And take out of it what you want, because, it's not like I'm celebrating that this is going on, but I think it needs to happen. And it's the team saying, "Gunnar, you're not the leader of the team." We just saw it happen again on that play. Gunnar waved Mullins off, and Mullins said, "No, you get out of my way. It's my ball." And Gunnar got out of the way. I'm not quite sure what is going on with this dude in the stands, but he's drawing a lot of attention. This guy looks like my spirit animal out there. We got a crazy Oriole fan in the crowd. Look at this guy. This guy and me would be at a bar having a beer any night of the week. I like this dude. And you could tell the lady next to him is drinking a cheap, watered-down light beer. Look at that goat piss she's drinking. One and two the count on Durbin. 1 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground hard to third. Arias has it. Across the diamond in time, 2 away. And this guy right now is he's the biggest sensation since the Hawk Tua girl. Making quite the name for himself. The lady next to him seems pretty nonplussed about it. Here is a called strike to Bryce Terang. Oh and 1 on Terang. 2 down, bases empty. Pitch. That's way too high. 1-1 the count. Wow, now we're getting a reverse angle shot of this guy. I'm sure we're getting phone updates from the people around him that he's on camera. Now he's milking it up. He's milking it. I was worried this guy didn't have any teeth. He does have teeth. This pitch is fouled back. Still 1-2 on Terang. It's hard to say, Dingleberry. This guy is a Baltimore guy through and through. So he's either about 58 or 32. It's one or the other. It's really hard to differentiate sometimes. He can't be any other age. It's either 58 or 32. That pitch is high, full count. Full count, 2 down, bases empty. Bottom of the 8th, tie score. Terang, payoff pitch is low for ball 4. This is not a guy you want to walk. Bryce Terang is a base-stealing threat for sure. And now you also bring up the hot bat of Contreras. So this is not what you want to see right now. This is the moment. We need to get through this unscathed. Check on the runner Terang. He's back. I mean, if he's going to go ahead and steal, you put Contreras on. And you take your chances. I would with 2 down. First pitch is in there for a strike. Contreras takes on the outside corner. Again, he's 3 for 3 tonight, including a pair of doubles. There goes the runner. The throw down bounces in there, and it's late. And this fan in the stands is starting to get a little too much screen time, in my humble view. We're in the middle of a real game here. I can understand a blowout or whatever. You want to focus on some fun in the stands, but game's kind of on the line right now. 1-1 pitch. Fouled. I think fouled off to the right. That will slice out of play. 2 strikes on Contreras. Oh, this is dangerous, folks. You feel like you got a player where you want him with a 1-2 count, but Contreras swinging a hot bat. I want to change up a way that just falls off the table. Pitch. That one's lined, and it's not stopped by Gunnar. It's up the middle for a go-ahead hit in the bottom of the 8th. Why? Why? I said it. If Terang's going to steal, put this guy on. And we didn't do it. But, you know, who am I? What do I know? If Gunnar could have stabbed that ball, Contreras, decent speed for a catcher, but I think Gunnar would have had time to throw him out. Contreras now 4 for 4 on the night. Hate to say it, folks, but Tony Mansolino right now just looking like a slip cover of Brandon Hyde. Here is a swing and a miss. The count is 0-2 on Jackson Chourio, who is 0 for 4 tonight. We've kept him in check. There goes another runner, and that throw by Hanley is offline. It's a second stolen base. Contreras steals a bag. And you get a little extra peek at why folks consider him the best catcher in baseball right now. This guy's swiping bases. One-two pitch is in the dirt. 2-2 on Chourio. Why didn't we go to Baker? That's my first question. Why did we pitch to Contreras after Terang stole second would be my second question. This pitch is fouled at the plate. It's still 2-2. And that's why it's going to be growing pains. We got an inexperienced manager, and let's face it, folks, the coaching staff, not all that experienced altogether. You got a first-year hitting coach. You got a second-year pitching coach. You got a first-year bench coach. This pitch is popped up on the infield. Holliday's got it right near the second base bag, and the inning is over. But the Brewers have put us behind the 8 ball. We go to the 9th inning now, suddenly having to score a run just to stay alive. Mullins is due up, but we're going to need another fight. We're going to need another fight in us. I hope we got it in us. I really do. This is going to be so difficult to digest if we can't figure out how to do this. Somewhere along the way, Jake Bowers came in a pinch hit for Monasterio. He stays in the ball game, and he's at first base. Joey Ortiz, who came in to pinch run for Hoskins, stays in and takes over at shortstop for Monasterio. So Monasterio and Hoskins out of the game. Bowers and Ortiz into the game. It's going to be the bottom of the order due up. Said being the leadoff guy, obviously the biggest bat, or the biggest moment, I would say. Him getting on base or just flat out tying it up himself. Monumentally important. Because if he can get on, he's got the speed to set up a... I know you're going to laugh, but we could execute... a manufactured run. Remember that expression, folks? You might have to get into a time machine when this expression was used with some amount of regularity. It's called manufacturing a run. And if Mullins can get on, you can do that. I would think Rutschman's going to pinch hit for Hanley. Yeah, I know, Rod. I know you're sitting there confused. I apologize to everybody for dropping this weird terminology on you. I know it doesn't show up in the analytics. Trevor McGill. Or McGill. We'll go with that. He is 6 for 7 in save situations. No one knows what I'm talking about. Thanks for being in on the gag with me, everybody. That makes it fun. Mullins is going to lead it off, folks, against McGill.
Said, now you know what to do.
Last time up, all he did was hit a 3-run jack to tie the game. He takes a first pitch curveball low for ball 1. All right. Come on, Charm City chat. We need some Orioles magic. The 1-0 pitch. Taken low again. Same pitch, same result. 2-0 on Mullins. Rutschman will hit third in the inning. He's already standing up with a bat in his hands in the dugout. The 2-0. Taken off the plate. It's not close. It's 3-0. Said, get on base. Get your butt on base, sir. 3-0. Pitch. Not even close. Ball 4.
I'm walking here.
Folks. Dylan Carlson will hit for himself. I think that says a lot about Heston Kjerstad right now. Carlson doesn't even have a hit yet in his Orioles career. But he's up there right now, and if we're going to manufacture a run, let's do it. Let's get Said to second, and let's move him over to third. We want to run, and we want to run early. McGill throws to first. Check on Mullins. He's back. We figured that would be coming. Still waiting on the first pitch to Carlson. Here it comes. He shows bunt and pops it up. What the fuck? Adley Rutschman. One out, Mullins still at first. Please steal second. I'm sorry, the hat. I'm sorry. I feel like Tom Hanks with Wilson. I'm sorry, the hat. I'm sorry. Take off, Said. He's not going, and that pitch is in there for a strike. It's our best shot, Said. Get into scoring position, dude. 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Adley, why were you trying to swing? Please tell me that's a check swing ball. Mullins steals second. Adley, why are you offering, dude? 1-1 the count. Okay, no swing. Come on, folks. One out, tying run at second. Rutschman with a 1-1 pitch. Takes low and in, 2-1. That curveball from McGill's not working for him. He can pretty much lay off that pitch and sit on the heater. 2-1. Pitch. Fastball. Fouled back. He's late. 2-2. Come on, Adley. You know we need it, buddy. We're holding out for a hero, my friend. The 2-2 pitch. He hits it to left. Get up. It's not going to go anywhere but into the left fielder's glove. A fly ball to left. Not hit extremely hard, but it wasn't a lazy fly ball. Just hit right at the left fielder. There's two down, folks. It's going to be up to the kid. Going to be up to the kid, folks. One for four is Holiday. First pitch. He goes after it. Left field. And he doesn't get enough on it. It's going to be the final out. A fly ball. And Holiday makes another first pitch out on the night. The ball game is over. The Orioles lose by 1 and make it 7 straight losses. And we are now 15-31. We have now lost more than double than we've won. 16 games under 500. I tried, folks. You won't see anybody give you as much heart and soul as I did on this call for a team that came in with a 15-30 record. I just wanted to see us find a way to win. We couldn't do it tonight. So, our last off day before the homestand is the only off day for 16 straight days. And so far on this 16-day span of playing without a day off, well, I take it back. There was a rain out to begin and then a doubleheader. But basically, since from one day off until the next one, our record so far is 0-7 in this 16-game stretch. Which, when I looked at it on paper, I said, yeah, we take 2 out of 3 from the Nats, 2 out of 3 at home versus the Twins. Maybe we split in Boston. Try to take 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee. And that's how you climb your way back to 500. But, nope. We have lost every single game since that last off day. 0-7. Yep. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Abner Uribe is credited with the win. Yinier Cano gets the loss. Trevor McGill with his 7th save. And, yeah, in terms of how things went wrong late, again, the 2 big things for me, I wouldn't have gone to Cano. I would have gone to Baker. And I wouldn't have pitched to Contreras with that base now open after Terang stole second. I mean, we already knew if Terang was going to score, the odds of us making up 1 run was going to be tough enough. So did it really matter if we put Contreras on at that point? Either they blow up the game or we at least prevent their best hitter from beating us. But we didn't do that. We allowed him to get his 4th hit of the night. And that is bad managing, folks. I don't know how else to tell you. We saw that a lot last year when Hyde was in charge. I remember a game where Josh Naylor was up. Or maybe it was Jose Ramirez. Yeah, we didn't pitch around Ramirez. We didn't pitch around. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why, folks. Could somebody send my WhatsApp to Mansolino so I can just send him a few pointers, help him along during this interim managing gig he's doing? I just want to help. I just want to help this team. Let me help you. Help me help you. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Brewers. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Orioles. Mullins, again, with his 10th homer of the season. He's up to 30 RBI. Laureano hit his 6th, and he's up to 11 RBI. Arias had a double, his 3rd. We left 6 men on base. The Brewers left 10. Rutschman came up in that big spot to pinch hit and couldn't come through. Mullins stole his 7th base of the night. Yeah, Dean Kremer did not have a good one. 5 1/3 innings, 9 hits, and 2 walks. Giving up 4 runs. Honestly, he probably should have given up about 5, maybe even 6 based on that line. We got back into it and tied the game up for him, so he wasn't on the hook for the loss. But, yeah, folks, it's another night where we don't win. You can come back tomorrow and I'm not sure how to do this because for me tomorrow when I call the game, it'll be a special day for me, but it'll still be the 20th for you guys. So I don't know how to do this. Do I recognize this special day tomorrow, or do I wait until it's the 21st in the U.S.? I don't know. You'll have to come back tomorrow and find out, I guess. It's a double birthday? It's starting to look like a triple birthday. All the way across the sky. So tomorrow, here's the deal. Let's see if there's been an announced pitcher. At the start of tonight's game, there was no announced starter for tomorrow night's game. Let's see if there's somebody listed. The answer is no. The answer is no. It's going to be for the Brewers, Logan Henderson, a right-hander who has a record of 2-0. Looks like he's pretty new to the... He's only made 2 starts in his career, and they might have themselves quite the find. He's 23 years old. He's only made 2 major league starts. He's won both of them with a 2.45 ERA, a .82 whip, and 16 strikeouts. So that's averaging 8 per start. This guy looks like an ace right out of the chute. So we got to figure out this guy. I'm sure we don't even have much info on this guy. Or maybe that's for the best. Maybe we can't rely on analytics to try and solve Logan Henderson. But he's on the mound tomorrow, and who the hell knows for us? Let me see if there's somewhere I can send you folks. Rob is willing to go out there and take one for the team. Rob, I'm not worried about your velocity, buddy. I'm worried about that stamina, man. We need a guy that can go at least 5 innings, dude. I don't know if you can go 5 innings. I don't mean to pick on you, buddy, but I question your stamina. Let's see. Is there somewhere I can send you right now? JJ is on. The Phillies are currently, what? Going into the 7th. They're playing the Rockies and losing? Oh, my goodness. Folks, if you want to watch something you don't see often, my buddy JJ, Phillies announcer, they're playing the Rockies, and the Rockies in the 7th inning have a lead. So I am definitely taking you there. Tune in for that. I mean, don't pick on the Phillies. They're a city of brotherly love, our neighbors to the north, and JJ's a buddy of mine, but you can certainly giggle if the Rockies wind up winning. Hey, Melanie, the wet hair look isn't working, okay? Enough. What are you, the sax player from frickin' Lost Boys? What is this? You look like Mickey Rourke from The Wrestler. Enough with the wet hair look. Sorry. Right, so that's going to do it for me. We got over 100 likes. Thanks, folks. We'll be back tomorrow, same start time. We'll be on the air at 7:25 p.m. Eastern. Come on back and watch us end this losing streak, or watch me, make fun out of this terrible time we're going through anyway. I'll figure out a way to entertain you folks one way or another, all right? But for now, your boy's hungry. I'm sending it now to Phillies versus Rockies, play-by-play with JJ. Say hi to him for me. Until then, folks, see you tomorrow night. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.